Hello, everyone. Welcome to Goal and Gossip. Today, we're going to be talking about Manchester United and the triumphant win over Newcastle United for the Carabao Cup. I know we usually do videos with other fans from different clubs, but today's video we will only be exclusively focusing on Manchester United and focusing on the win. And Hey, listen, it's been a while since we've won a tournament, and it's a big deal for all the Manchester United fans out there. So let's get cracking. It has actually been 6 years since we lifted the trophy. I think it was back in 2017 with Jose Mourinho. We won the Europa Cup, and now 6 years later, winning a trophy. It just means so much, and I think it's a big step to the right direction. Uh, we should be thankful to the main man on the screen right now, Erik Ten Hag. What a manager, right? He joined the club this season in August, and since then he's been revolutionizing the squad, and he's just made it work. Finally, we get to see a squad that is playing cohesively together, and they're winning as well. So that's really great to see. Uh, he did get off to an awful start with Brentford and Brighton. I remember back then, if anybody would have told me that, hey, you're gonna be in top four and you'll be winning the Carabao Cup come February, I would say you're having a laugh because it was not it. It didn't seem realistic back then, but now this is a manager that has made every United fan believe, and he has just, let's just face it, he's fixed the squad. He's handled the Ronaldo issue. He's handled the captaincy issue in Maguire. He's also been dealing with lots of injuries. Uh, the club is for sale, right? And being able to, keep your players motivated, keep your players directed to the vision that you have, that's also a huge task. And he's done it all. He's done it all. He joined in August, and within Feb, it seems like we have a clear direction of where we're heading, at least for this season, and that's a fantastic job. What a form we are in, also, by the way. Beating Barcelona in their home turf, and then going into winning the Carabao Cup. We have a FA Cup match coming up with West Ham next week, and then we go to Anfield. So lots of games to play, but we've been playing really well in terrific form, and that's just what makes us believe in the club and the players and the manager. Let's dive in and talk about the players. I'll start from the left. So we've talked about Erik Ten Hag. Let's talk about Marcus Rashford. What a form he's in. He's been almost scoring in every match after World Cup, and he's been absolutely phenomenal. He was definitely carrying a knock today, and he's been playing through injury. You could just tell that he was trying to conserve himself. He was not tracking back, but yeah, I mean, he is that player in form right now that you have to play in the big games. And Erik Ten Hag made sure that he was on the pitch, and he did contribute in the goal. Although I think it was given as an own goal ultimately, but he was a big part of the goal, and that was probably the final nail in the coffin, which won us the Carabao Cup. It's fantastic form by Rashford and very important player to us. Moving towards the right, we have Casemiro. Arguably, I think the best signing in the Premier League this season. What a player, right? Man of the match in this match as well, scored a goal, scored a header, and he's been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. He's a world-class center defensive midfielder, and he's like the anchorman of the team right now. All the attacks, everything is pivoted towards him. He tracks back. He's always there to help his defenders, the fullbacks, adding in that extra body to make sure that the balls don't slip in. And whenever we're going forward, he's always there to connect the back line to the forward line. And he's just been so instrumental in the progress that we've been making. And he's also a leader. He's won so many trophies in Real Madrid, and the fact that he's here gives you, that confidence that we can win anything and every match, and that's very important. It's certainly something that was missing last season with our players. So that's fantastic. Uh, there's a picture in the center where we can see the Argentinian and the Brazilian celebrating and dancing with the manager. Wow, what a scene! We've never seen something like this, and it. Can I just say it's refreshing to see the club celebrate an accomplishment that's been due for so long. It's been 6 years since we've won a trophy, and it's just great to see, rivals nationally celebrating with the manager. I think they did a little bit of dance as well, which was, oh well, yeah, it's the occasion, right? Moving on to Lisandro Martinez or Licha. I think Lisandro Martinez has also been a terrific signing. What a warrior! He's known as the Butcher of Amsterdam, right? And by that definition, he's been showing that on the pitch as well. Arsenal were after him, but he chose Manchester United. Of course, there was sort of this agency with Erik Ten Hag. He was the ex-manager at Ajax, so that seemed like something that you would work out, and it did work out pretty well for United. He joined us. There were a lot of rumors and a lot of speculations on his height and the fact that it doesn't seem like a defender who would be successful in the English Premier League because height is an important factor, but he has turned it around. He has made sure that the proof is in the pudding. When if you look at his defensive stats, it's absolutely exceptional, and that's what you get with Lisandro Martinez, an absolute warrior, and I'm so glad that he's a part of our squad right now. And based on him being with Varane, who's just absolutely phenomenal, it just gives us a solid backline. We do have Lindelof and Maguire in the team, and that's great. They are both they're pretty good. But then when you play Varane and Martinez, it's just like a different level, and they've been showing that on the pitch regularly, and it's just so great to see them working together, winning us matches, getting us cups. Well, cup is the first one, but who knows where we're heading from here, right? So very pleased to have Varane and Martinez as our defensive duo. They've been keeping a lot of clean sheets, and this was one of those matches where they made sure that we were not going to concede. And when your defense is tight, the whole team gets a boost that you can go up front there and make some plays, score some goals, and be safe, and hopefully be able to win the match. And that's exactly what happened over here. We should also congratulate Newcastle United. I know they lost the match, but at the same time, if you look at what they've done this season, I think it's definitely a progress in the right direction. Possible contenders to play Champions League next season. Cup final and Carabao Cup. I think these are very big achievements. A couple of years back, probably a year back as well, Newcastle were not relevant. I mean, they were fighting the relegation battle at some point, and now look at them. They've climbed up to not only the top six, but they're actually like fighting for the fourth spot in the Premier League, and they just ended up playing a cup final in Carabao Cup, and that's, I think, is a huge achievement. They'll definitely go forward. Everybody knows that they're owned by very rich, wealthy people, which means the investment will be coming at some point. Just have to make sure that it comes in the right time and in the right way, so that there's good progress and there are no knee-jerk reactions there. But we should definitely congratulate Newcastle for the amazing season that they've had. Possible Champions League spot for the next season for sure. You can see the progress in the team and in the manager and the hunger to be relevant again in the English tournaments that they're playing this season. Interestingly, they did not play the low block in today's match. They wanted to go all guns blazing, which makes sense because they didn't want to sit back because it's a cup final, and the form that United are on, they thought it would be difficult to contain them for 90 minutes. And they also had 8 days off, and we were just playing against Barcelona 2 days ago, so they figured it'd be better to attack us rather than sit back because our players were tired. They're playing too many games anyways, like 3 games per week. So that was sort of the strategy. Fortunately for us, it did not work out. Although I would say it didn't seem like they were going to score. If you look at the stats, it's almost evident that, although they had 15 shots to 14 shots with the United, there were only 2 shots which were on target. And although they had 60% possession compared to some 40% for us, it almost seemed like, they were never creating any threats. They did have a lot of the ball, and they did push the ball forward, and they tried to dribble their way past our fullbacks into the D box. But at the end of the day, when you look at actual chance creation and actual shots that have been taken at De Gea, that did not happen much. So I think it's safe to say that it was an easy match at the end of the day to win 2-0 in a cup final, but definitely a brilliant performance by Newcastle to get here and also to perform in the way that they performed. And also, like, the fans. I was just looking at my TV, and the fans at Wembley, Newcastle fans, they looked amazing, waving their flags and the support that they were getting. So that was fantastic to see as well. Great win for United. We should have a winner's mentality now for the rest of the season. Important games coming up in the FA Cup against West Ham, and then at Anfield against Liverpool. We need to keep the momentum up and go all guns blazing. But as a United fan, if you want to see this sort of progress, you have to hope that the Glazers leave at some point. The winner's mentality and the philosophy of never giving up, which is there in the squad right now, is thanks to the manager and, of course, the coaching staff. But at the same time, we need new owners. And it's not just about the money. It's not just about having a lot of money to spend in the transfer window or anywhere else. Also for having owners who share the same mentality as the manager, as the squad. And I think that's going to help United progressing in the right direction going forward. We saw Abraham Glazer today at the stands. Heck, he was trying to photobomb every opportunity he got, trying to come off as an owner who cares about the club. But, any true United fan would know their involvement and how they are more of businessmen than actual club owners. And it was almost like, they were trying to create some PR around how Abraham Glazer was there to witness the match because he cares about the club. So we have to make sure that we keep the support on from a point of view of supporting not just the players, not the manager, but also to ensure that we get rid of the Glazers. Because we are entering a very pivotal time right now, at a crucial time right now, where it's a make or break, right? I don't care if it's Sir Jim or Qatar. The first step should be and must be to get rid of the Glazers, so that we get owners who actually care about the club, who have a vision, a mission to help the club go back to its glory days, to be able to back the manager and his philosophy of how he wants to play, who he wants to play with. And in order to have that, you need to get rid of our current owners who've been very lackluster when it has come to supporting the cause of the success of the club. It's not that they haven't spent money, but it's been so abrupt. And that never helps, right? Because when you spend money, it can or cannot work. There are so many reasons that it may fail, and unfortunately that is what has happened to United the past few years. And it's better to have owners who have an idea of what they're doing before they spill the cash, rather than just having owners who are there to spill the cash, right? You know what I mean? So yeah, fantastic win for United. Super happy as a Manchester United fan. And I would also like to say that it's a big deal. I know a lot of rival fans are going off like, hey, it's just the Carabao Cup. It's not like you won the Champions League or something. But trust me, this is huge for any Manchester United fan out there. It's been 6 years. There's a new manager in town. He's just taken a few months to give us a cup. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate today evening. Grab a beer and just like chill out. Next week we are going in for the FA Cup, and then we have a match against Liverpool at Anfield. Let's make sure we're prepared for that. And thank you so much for watching today's match reaction. My name is Saul. I'm part of Goal Line Gossip. Please like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel. We are new. We talk about football, mostly around English Premier League. If you would like to feature in our video, let us know as well. We are super open with that idea as well. Thank you for checking out the video and have a good night. Also, Glazers out.